Okay, so we're going to start with solving systems using matrices, and then Alex is actually going to force you to do it by hand, but they're going to give you the steps. So I'll do 2 screen recordings, or maybe 1 put together, of going through actually how to do reduced row echelon by hand. But I first just want to show you how to do it on the calculator. Then we'll do it by hand, and we got one more way to solve today, okay? So the first thing is we're going to get a problem like this. All right, so what this is this is my system that I'm ready to go for, okay? But what we need to do is we need to go ahead and rewrite this into what we call a single matrix to get reduced row echelon form. This is a beautiful form for us, okay, because it's in the one I want. All right, so what I really want is this will then turn into me. For me, I just see it visually. You guys will get the hang of it. This is my x and y of my first equation. So in my equation, it'd be 3x minus 5y. Okay, this is my x and my y of my second equation. Negative 6x plus 6y. And my answers is it equals 23 or negative 30. Okay, so that's how I'm going to translate this into here. Okay, the way I know that works here is because what I just did is matrix multiplication. Okay, so here, this is a 2 by 2, and we are multiplying it by a 2 by 1. All right, and so these are good to go. So we'll get a 2 by 1 as our answer. Okay, and so 2 rows, 1 column. Woo! Okay, so I have first row, first column, first row, first column. So I have 3x minus 5y, okay? And then this is second row, first column though. So I have a negative 6x plus 6y, and that is equal to 23 over negative 30. Okay, so I just did matrix multiplication by hand, so that's why I had to teach it so you would see it. And do you now see our equation? This is our first equation, this is our second equation. 3x minus 5y equals 23. Negative 6x plus 6y equals negative 30. All right, and so what we want to do is we want to get this big mess into something that looks like this, 1, 0, 0, 1. And it's going to have 2 numbers here, and that will be my answer, because what this is 0, 1x, 0y, and 0x, 1y. And so I'd have 1x equals whatever this guy is, and 1y equals whatever that guy is. Okay, and so that's our goal, is what we're gonna do in the calculator. All right, and so I'm gonna take my calculator and I'm gonna type in this matrix. So this is a 2 by 3 matrix. All right, and it doesn't matter which one you do. So go to second matrix and go over to edit, and we're gonna edit A. And so we're gonna hit 2, enter, 3, enter. Okay, and so we got a 2 by 3. Okay, and now I'm gonna just type in what I have. So 3, enter, negative 5, enter, 23, enter, negative 6, enter, 6, enter, negative 30, enter. Okay, and so now I have my matrix right there. All right, and what I want to turn this into is reduced row echelon form. So I'm going to hit second, quit, and go second back to my matrix and go over to math. And scroll down, and we want to look for RREF. Okay, and so you'll notice A says REF, which is row echelon form. And then reduced row echelon form is what we want. Row echelon form gets you the answer, and you have to do like one more step. Reduced row echelon just gives it to you. So that's why you want that one. Okay, so reduced row echelon, and we're gonna go second matrix, and we chose A. So we're gonna hit A, okay? And so we'd have this on our calculator, and we'll hit enter, and look what we got. We got 1, 0, 0, 1, right? And then it won't ever have it, but there's really a dotted line right there. And our answer is 1, negative 4. So x is equal to 1 and y is equal to negative 4. And I'm done. I hope that's like really cool for you guys. I really hope so, because it's so awesome. It makes life significantly easier. All right. How much faster is that than doing elimination or substitution, you know? Okay, there's one other type of problem that's gonna come up. All right, and it looks something like this. And this one, you really, really, really need to know matrix multiplication by hand. The matrices cannot multiply by hand when there's variables in it, okay? Which I know is frustrating. I wish our calculators could do it. I'm sure there's some computer program that does it. But if you want to go look and find it, go for it. Okay, so we're going to multiply these by hand. And so what I have here is a 2 by 2 times a 2 by 2. So my middle terms match, so we're good. And so my answer is going to be a 2 by 2. Okay, so first spot is, remember, it's rows by column. So it's the first row by the first column. So I get negative 6 times 1 plus 2 times a negative 5. So negative 6 times 1 is negative 6 minus 10, so I get a negative 16. Okay, and then let's do this next one. So right here is first row, second column. So I get negative 6 times, negative 3, and then plus 2 times a negative 6. So negative 18 minus 12. Sorry, I'm making sure I did that right. First row, second column. This should be a negative 3. There we go. All right, positive 18 minus 12, and so that should come out to be a 6. All right, and then let's do this one. So we're at second row, first column, so I get x minus 5y. All right, so I hope we all see that. X times 1 is x, and then minus a 5y. And then for this very, very last one right here, second row, last column, so I get a negative 30x minus a 6y. All right, and what we're saying this is equal to is 16, 6, 6, and 24. So this is just a slightly different way to set up the matrix system, okay? But so here, it was more just straight, it translated straight into the equations. Here, you kind of have to like play and guess around a little bit here. But look, hopefully, did I mess this up? Yeah, I forgot to put a negative. Hopefully you notice, it's negative 16 here. Okay, so we got negative 16, right? And then positive 6, so that's equal to that. And this is equal to that. So that means this is equal to that. So my first equation is x minus 5y equals 6. And my second equation is negative 3x minus 6y equals 24. Now, if you want, you can go ahead and did what we did in 8.1 and solve your system using elimination or substitution or whatever. I, however, am going to transform this into a matrix. That's 1, negative 5, 6, and negative 3, negative 6, 24. And I'm going to type that in my calculator. I'm going to do reduced row echelon form, and I get my answer. Okay? And so let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go to second matrix. We're going to edit matrix A, and it's still a 2 by 3. Okay, so 2 enter, 3 enter. And now we're entering the elements. So 1 enter, negative 5, 6. Every time you type in a number, just hit enter, and it goes to the next spot in the matrix. Okay, so I've entered this matrix, and now I just want to do reduced row echelon form. So second matrix, go over to math so you can find reduced row echelon form. I like to go up to the very last one and then go up to B. So R, R, E, F. Enter, second matrix, we want A. Enter, and boom, I have my answer. Okay, and so what my answer is, what came out over here, is we got 1, 0, 0, 1, negative 4, negative 2. And so x is equal to negative 4, and y is equal to negative 2. And that's it, you're done. So this is how cool and powerful matrices can be, is they're much simpler to solve. All right, what I do want to show you is the 3 by 3 system, just to blow your mind a little bit. Because this is what blew my mind in high school. Like in algebra, I learned this in algebra 2 at my high school, and we had just spent, you know, the page doing these ones. Hopefully these like bring back some painful memories for you. And then x. Okay, hopefully that looks familiar. This is what 8.2 was going to be, with solving these by hand again, where you have to do double elimination, and then you have to do elimination again to get down to one variable, and it like takes forever, right? Hopefully you guys remember that. Okay, what we can easily do is transform this into a matrix. And so this is 1, 2, negative 2, negative 15, 2, 1, negative 5, negative 21, and 1, negative 4, 1, 18. Okay, and so this is a 3 by 4. So I'm going to go ahead and type this in my calculator. Second matrix, edit, 3 by 4. And I'm going to type it all in. 1, 2, 15, 2, 1, negative 5, negative 1, 1, negative 4, 18. Second quit. And I just want to go ahead and find the reduced row echelon form of the matrix I just typed in, and I have my answer right there. 1, 0, 0, 37, 0, 1, 0, 10, and 0, 0, 1, 21. Well, that's x, that's y, that's z. And so this equals x, this is equal to y, this is equal to z. And I hope most of you are going, why didn't you teach us that last year? Okay, and it's because we wanted you to learn how to do elimination by hand, but also how much can you appreciate this now? And how cool is this technology and this mathematics in order to solve? All right, so in the next video, we're gonna actually learn how the calculator is doing this, okay? All right.